Let's start with the 3 fundamental principles of any meaningful interaction, because our success depends on how we interact with people. Number 1, don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Criticism is a surefire way to put someone on the defensive. It's like throwing a rock into a beehive and expecting honey in return. Not gonna happen. Instead, try to understand why the other person acted the way they did, and always remember, if you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. Number 2, give honest and sincere appreciation. Now, this isn't about flattery or fake compliments. It's about recognizing and acknowledging the good in others. Think about the last time someone genuinely appreciated something you did. Felt good, didn't it? That's the power of sincere appreciation. Number 3, arouse in the other person an eager want. This is all about framing your requests or ideas in a way that speaks to the other person's interests. Say you're a team leader aiming to ramp up productivity. Don't just drop new guidelines on your team. Break down how these shifts are a plus for both the business and for them as individuals. Apart from that, you need to understand the art and science of likability, something that plays a crucial role in both our personal and professional lives. Likability is the secret sauce that turns acquaintances into friends and colleagues into allies. So how do you make people like you? Dale Carnegie shares the 6 most effective ways with us. First, be genuinely interested in other people. Carnegie tells a story about waiting in line at the post office. He noticed the clerk seemed bored with his job. Instead of going through the motions, Carnegie decided to find something he could admire about the man. He complimented the clerk on his head of hair, and just like that, the atmosphere changed. The clerk lit up and Carnegie made a friend, if only for a moment. The lesson here is simple. Showing genuine interest in others can transform even the most ordinary interactions. Second, smile. It's the simplest yet most powerful tool in your likability arsenal. A smile doesn't just make you look friendly, it also makes the other person feel welcomed and valued. The next time you meet someone, greet them with a warm, sincere smile. It's a small gesture with a big impact. Third, remember names. Carnegie says a person's name is the sweetest sound to them in any language. It's a sign of respect and attentiveness. Make it a point to remember and use people's names. It's a small effort that pays big dividends in likability. Fourth, be an active listener, engaging with questions and bringing some zest to the chat. People adore being the center of attention, and if you let them take the spotlight, they'll consider you an amazing talker. The 5th tip is to speak their language. If you're aware that someone is super into, say, gardening, guide the chat towards that. It's a sign that you're tuned into their passions, making you instantly more appealing. 6th, elevate others and mean it. This isn't about empty compliments, but about real recognition. Celebrate the wins and efforts of others, and you'll find they'll be drawn to you like a magnet. Applying these 6 tips is a breeze. Just be more aware during your social encounters. The next time you bump into someone, make a mental note to recall their name and sprinkle it into your chat. Be a better listener than a talker, and when you do chime in, focus on topics that resonate with them. To win people to your way of thinking, Dale Carnegie lays out 12 principles that can help you do just that. Remember, whether you're negotiating a business deal, settling a disagreement, or simply trying to get your point across, the ability to persuade others is a game changer. And before we jump directly into Principle 1, please give our video a like if you find it helpful. Now, Principle 1 to win people to your way of thinking: avoid arguments. Carnegie states that the ultimate way to win a debate is to avoid it altogether. Debates just build walls and rarely change viewpoints. Instead, aim for an open exchange where everyone feels free to share their thoughts. Arguments don't solve problems, they create more. Principle 2, honor the viewpoints of others. Even if you're not on the same page, brushing off someone's stance is the quickest way to kill any constructive conversation. Recognize their angle first, then lay out yours. 3. What if you're the one in the wrong? Carnegie's advice is simple: admit it and do it quickly. He tells the story of how admitting a mistake to a police officer got him out of a ticket. It's a small act that can have a big impact. Principle 4 is to start conversations in a friendly manner. Carnegie talks about Benjamin Franklin, who would open discussions with phrases like, "I may be wrong, let's examine the facts." It's a soft opener that makes people more receptive to your words. Number 5, get the other person to say yes immediately. Carnegie suggests that starting with points of agreement makes it easier to navigate through the points of disagreement later. Now, imagine you're trying to convince someone to join a community project. Instead of listing all the benefits, you could start by asking, "You care about our community, right?" Get them saying yes, and you've laid the groundwork for a more fruitful conversation. Principle 6 advises us to let the other person do a great deal of the talking. This not only makes them feel valued, but also gives you valuable insights into their thought process. Number 7 is letting the other person feel like the idea is his or hers. People are likelier to support an idea they've contributed to. Carnegie tells the story of how engineers at the Panama Canal got workers to wear hard hats by making them think it was their own idea. 8. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. This helps you tailor your argument in a way that's more likely to resonate with them. Number 9, be sympathetic to the other person's ideas and desires. Showing empathy builds rapport and makes the other person more likely to consider your viewpoint. Principle 10, appeal to nobler motives. People like to think of themselves as noble and fair, so framing your argument in terms of higher principles can be persuasive. Number 11 suggests to dramatize your ideas. The truth is, a compelling story or example can make your argument more memorable and impactful. Principle 12, to win people to your way of thinking, throw down a challenge. People love a challenge. It stimulates their creativity and makes them more invested in the outcome. Now, how do you really lead people? How do you change them without causing offense or resentment? After we've mentioned how to win people and influence them, here are 9 ways to lead and change people. First up, begin with praise and honest appreciation. Carnegie shares a story about John D. Rockefeller's partner, Edward T. Bedford, who made a decision that cost the company $1 million. Instead of criticizing Bedford, Rockefeller praised him for saving 60% of the investment. The lesson? A little charm and the right compliment can turn a potential disaster into an opportunity for growth, just like Rockefeller did with Bedford. Starting with a compliment disarms the other person and sets a positive tone for the conversation. Second, call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Carnegie advises us to avoid direct criticism. Instead, he suggests pointing out mistakes in a way that allows the other person to save face. Third, talk about your own mistakes before criticizing the other person. This makes you appear humble and makes the other person more receptive to your feedback. And speaking of feedback, how you deliver it matters. This is the 4th idea. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Instead of saying, "Do this," you could ask, "What do you think about trying it this way?" It's a small shift that makes a big difference, involving the other person in decision making. 5th, let the other person save face. Carnegie emphasizes the importance of not embarrassing or demeaning the other person, especially in front of others. 6th, praise every improvement no matter how small. Positive reinforcement encourages continued effort and improvement. Way number 7 to lead and change people: give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. You'll essentially be challenging them to rise to the occasion. It's a way to inspire greatness in others, and who doesn't want to be a part of that? 8th, use encouragement and make the fault seem easy to correct. This boosts the other person's confidence and makes them more likely to take action. Last but not least, way number 9, make the other person happy about doing what you suggest. This is about framing your request in a way that shows the benefits to the other person. The next time you need to lead or change someone, try using a combination of charm and these 9 techniques. You'll get better results and earn the respect and admiration of those you lead. Is there a technique you've already tried that's made a difference in your life? Comment below and be sure to subscribe.